dressed for war, clutching onto armoured vehicles through the streets of Los Angeles. It's images like these that are striking fear into migrant communities across America, where an already zealous immigration department known as ICE has been instructed to ramp up their raids and are doing so with enthusiasm. On Tuesday, 2,200 people were arrested, a record high. Protests against the treatment of migrants took place outside detention centres, with one gathering turning violent. Elsewhere, demonstrators criticised the arbitrary nature of the arrests.
Our community is under attack and is being terrorized. These are workers, these are fathers, these are mothers, and this has to stop.
The record total comes after instruction from the White House demanding that ICE arrest 3,000 people a day, even without warrants. But the approach has been criticised for denying basic legal rights.
They just told us right now that they're suspending all attorney visits, so they're denying access to us attorneys who are here to represent clients.
The chaotic nature of the new approach is epitomised by the case of Kilmar Abrego Garcia, wrongfully deported to El Salvador in March. A legal showdown between the courts and President Trump left him languishing in a notorious El Salvadorian prison for months. Yesterday, the White House announced they were bringing him back to face charges of trafficking undocumented migrants within the US, framing this as the next stage in a legal process, rather than acquiescing to any court ruling.
Our government presented El Salvador with an arrest warrant, and they agreed to return him to our country. We're grateful to President Bukele for agreeing to return him to our country to face these very serious charges. This is what American justice looks like.
But Abrego Garcia's lawyer says this is exactly the opposite, calling the charges he faces in Tennessee an abuse of power.
I think what this really goes to show is that this administration, instead of simply admitting a mistake and apologizing, this matter could have gone away within a week or two after the case being filed. Instead of simply admitting their mistake, they'll stop at nothing at all, even some of the most preposterous charges imaginable.
But court battles and protests are just a minor irritation for President Trump. What he cares about is whether his tough line on immigration is working and popular with his base. And on those fronts, he's on top. In the year to April, attempted crossings at the border are down by over 90%.